What's up, guys? We are back again with Chernobyl, and after that previous harrowing episode, we're gonna be watching the fifth and final episode tonight. Stay tuned for the reaction.
I'll miss it.
You will miss it?
Yeah.
You will miss Chernobyl?
You can't tell the truth because of Soviet Union.
You will be labeled a traitor, treason.
This is where they transferred all the citizens of the polluted area.
Pripyat or something, right? That's called Pripyat?
Yeah.
Or is this a flashback? Oh, that guy, remember him? He died in the first episode. Okay, that's a flashback for sure. The guy that was holding her and telling her, please, 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 in the hospital. They were friends. Vasily, remember Vasily? Oh, the Accolon. I think that's the day. Pripyat.
12 hours before the explosion.
This little problem we have with the safety test, naturally they'll put me in charge once it's gone, and then I'll need someone to take my own job. I could pitch Sitnikov.
Sitnikov.
With your approval, we're ready to continue lowering power to...
You have to wait. You can't read a fucking face. 3 years I've tried to finish this test. Everyone's working overtime, the factories need power, someone's pushing down from above. Not that we'll ever know who. So do we have to scrap it or what?
No, I don't think so. Well, if we need to wait 10 hours, we wait.
If something strange happened.
We'll maintain at 1600. I'll go home, get some sleep, come back tonight.
That's why he kept the power up, so that he can get considered.
He will continue for low power. قال له this is stable or not. قال له stable يا معلم. You need to finish the test. I'll do it myself personally.
That's why.
He's considering the office, the new office. He wants to be
imagining
promoted,
that. It's nice to see the flashback before it happened. You got a problem?
How do you feel? You went to the doctor yesterday. How's your health?
You don't know?
It says, at last a Soviet scientist who tells the truth.
Insinuation is that they're all liars.
Hero of the Soviet
He
Union.
lied.
Our highest honor.
What did he say? What is his lie?
A mistake, only man error, not something in the procedure.
So we're back to the
Is
present.
anything humble?
Reactors would be made safe. It's been months. No changes have been made. No changes even discussed.
First, the trial. We will have our hero. We will have our truth. After that, we can deal with the reactors.
His hair, he's losing some hair.
Oh, the effects of the radiation. See, they give the same camera angle as the first when he was writing his last message or recording his last message, to give the feeling that his life is ending or that his health is deteriorating.
So, why are you here?
Because I'm brutally stubborn, which you were hoping for.
Chokov is saying they're going to fix the reactors after the trial.
Do you believe him? They will have to be forced.
What is the cost of lies?
At the trial, you're going to tell the truth. The Central Committee have invited members of the scientific community to observe the trial. That is when our jury will finally hear the truth.
Telling the truth in the trial, they will shoot me.
You told me to find out what happened. I spoke to dozens of people.
So have I. So have I. I went willingly to an open reactor. So I've already given my life. Isn't that enough?
No, I'm sorry, but it is not.
He is now on his way to the most dangerous sentence in his life.
The session of court is now open. Comrade Judge Milan Kadnikov presiding. Anatoly Dyatlov.
Dyatlov, there you are.
Nikolai Fomin. Comrade Legasov of the Kurchatov Institute of Atomic Energy.
Voilà.
Deputy Chairman of the Council of Ministers and Head of the Bureau for Fuel and Energy.
So she wants him to tell the truth for the world's end.
The jury is already in a link with the KGB.
The jury I meant,
But all the scientists
all
hearing,
things of safety
attending.
Plant Director Viktor Brikhanov signed this document, certifying the completion of the construction of the reactor. But the work was not finished.
Their work was not finished.
This document was a lie. A series of pumps here and here sent a constant flow of cooling water through the core. But what if a power plant has no power? If there's no power, The pumps cannot move water through the core, and without water, the core overheats. A nuclear disaster. The solution?
That's simple.
3 diesel backup generators. No, the theory was this. If the facility lost power, the turbine, which had been spinning, would take some time to slow down and stop.
Oh no.
Any questions?
No.
His health as well.
Test this theory. Then the turbines are turned off, and as they slowly spin down, their electrical output is measured to see if it's enough to power the pumps. The first time they tried, they failed. The third time they tried, they
The
failed.
guy's sweating
The
bullets.
fourth time they tried was April 26, 1986.
Wow.
They're getting slaughtered. It's publicly flogged there, as they should be.
Partially, they are responsible for not kind of procedure, but the problem is much more with carbon and graphite and entrance.
But they're supposed to test.
This is the first critical moment, the first link in the chain of disaster. Competent management would have insisted on cancelling the test. It created 2 problems. This is the one we will consider first. At midnight, there is a shift change.
The key boss says to come to the control room as soon as you can.
He's already here.
Came in early. Something about a test.
Oh, I remember this guy. The big guy that was bleeding from his shoulder, remember?
Very nice.
The day of disaster.
Another test is supposed to run. They couldn't do it on the day shift, so they're coming it to us.
We don't know what.
We don't know what it is. It's fine. Just look at the instructions now.
Looking at the instructions now.
Is it too much to ask that you all know what you're doing?
Well, yes, absolutely.
I haven't reviewed it. We only just found out that. There, review it.
Unreal.
Just do one thing. Even you, stupid as you are, can manage that.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, let's go.
What kind of... They didn't even do anything. He just said hello. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up and do your job.
Shut the fuck up and do your job.
Reducing power to 700.
I want you to think of Yuri Gagarin. I want you to imagine that all he has is a list of instructions that he has never seen before, some of which have been crossed out. The night shift had not been trained to perform
bullshit.
the experiment. They hadn't even been warned it was happening. But inside the reactor core, in the space between the atoms themselves, something far more dangerous is forming. A poison.
Comrade Legasov.
Yeah, alright, Legasov.
Say
Has to
the
say.
truth, yeah.
Yes. Wow, the camera is like... See? It's like adrenaline or...
I'm pleased to see some of my colleagues here. But you don't need to be a nuclear scientist to understand what happened at Chernobyl. 2 things that happen inside a nuclear reactor. The reactivity which either goes up or it goes down. That's it. As uranium atoms split apart and collide, reactivity goes up. Boron control rods.
Okay.
Boron.
They reduce reactivity. Cool water takes heat out of the system. As it does, it turns to steam, or what we call a void. That the more steam present within the system, the higher the reactivity, which means more heat, which means more steam, and we would, for this, the negative temperature coefficient. So, fuel increases reactivity. Control rods and water reduce it. Steam increases it. The rise in temperature reduces it. It is beautiful when things are normal. As uranium splits apart, it breaks down into a new element, xenon. This is the poison Comrade Pamyat mentioned. Chernobyl Reactor 4 has been held at half power for 10 hours. The xenon did not burn away.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
It built up, poisoning the core. It's
There's an
starting to
imbalance.
lose balance. In less than an hour, it will explode.
You should have finished by now.
We're following protocol for reduction rate.
You're procrastinating. For 10 other men in this plant would have done it already.
Keep working, you're doing fine.
Procrastinating.
Come get me when these old women are ready. Yes, Comrade Dyatlov.
Very slow.
The xenon or the xenon. The xenon is slowing down the reactor. The power is what's happening to the power? It's increasing? Oh, it's dropping very fast, huh? There's an imbalance now. Now it's being slowed down.
Did everything right, except that maybe the core is poisoned.
Well, if you thought the core was poison, then you didn't do everything right because you're choking my reactor. Get it back up.
It's still dropping very fast.
Oh,
Oh, it's dead.
What did you do? I did what you said. I switched. Look at it! Fucking amateurs, you stalled the reactor. What are you doing?
We have to shut all the way down. Well, we could be in a xenon pit.
Xenon.
Shut down with 24 hours.
No, we're doing the test tonight. Raise power to 700.
I apologise, but what you're saying makes no sense.
Raise the power.
No,
oh.
I won't do it. It isn't safe.
Look at that, look.
That's how long I've done this job, 25 years. Is that longer than you, Akimov?
Yes.
You with your mother's tit burning out your mouth? So if I say it's safe, it's safe. You don't have to work here. Raise the power.
Whoa.
Wow.
I'd like you to record your command.
Raise the power.
Wow. That guy is...
Insane.
He's much worse than we imagined.
I wasn't even there.
Wow, I wasn't even there.
I wasn't in the room when they raised the power.
If you weren't in the room, then where were you?
The toilet.
The Twilight.
I knew what Dyatlov ordered was wrong, but if I didn't do what he said, I would be fired.
Yes.
Leonid Toktinov, one day before he died.
Oh.
He ordered them to raise the power. This is a fact.
There's no recess, 30 minutes.
I don't think that radiation, the diseases are
Yeah, no.
catching. Yeah, it doesn't spread.
Maybe if you were close to someone with
with
nuclear
radiation.
he might.
It was mostly Jews and Poles.
Jews and Poles.
Jews were killed in pogroms and Stalin forced the Poles out. And after the war, people came to live here anyway. Dead Jews, dead Poles. Not them.
Who them?
Good idea.
Ah, but not the new
No one
people.
ever thinks it's going to happen to them. And here we are. Now it's time. Maybe a year. Wow. A long illness, it doesn't seem very long to me. I know you told me and I believed you.
1 year.
Time passed and I thought
Dude,
nothing.
for nothing after all you're doing?
You know why?
Because I wanted to believe it.
Because they put you in charge.
Uh-huh.
I'm an inconsequential man, Valera. That's all I've ever been. I just stood next to people who did.
Whoa.
There are other scientists like me.
You saved billions of people.
Yes.
They heard me, but they listened to you.
Excellent.
The entire congregation of obedient fools.
That's nice.
That's great for a dying person. Wow.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Life. He's crying.
He's
His
a
life.
very tough guy. It's a crying of a tough guy. Just a little,
Just one tear.
just one tear. You saved this continent. He's looking at him like, you okay, man?
Comrade Legasov.
The gas off.
The time is 38 past midnight. The reactor is nearly shut down. Xenon is still being created, but none of it is burning away. The reactor is drowning in poison. The reactor isn't hot enough to produce sufficient steam. Dyatlov wants it done now. They begin pulling control rods out. Still, the power does not budge. So they begin pulling them all the way out. Control rods are the brakes on this car.
Exactly.
Only 6 now remain in the reactor. The xenon poisoning is so strong, best they can do is raise the power to 200 megawatts. The only thing keeping the reactor in check is water
and xenon.
and xenon.
23 minutes before the explosion. 23 minutes and 45 seconds. Because the first episode name was 1:23:45.
I'm sorry. This is all we can get. It's 200 megawatts. We pulled almost everything out.
That's all we have, that's all we have.
Going too slow for the test to deliver any valid results. And if we had more water, there would be even
I said it's enough, I know what I'm doing. Stelyachuk.
Oh man, he wants the power up
Main pump
now.
full connected.
Without
Push
any
one
brakes.
button, 2. The steam in the separator drum is too low, 5 atmospheres.
Alright, let's all help. Get it up as best you can.
We should stop.
Turn that fucking thing off.
Wow, it should take 24 hours.
The problem they were facing was not solvable. The test was already ruined. The results would have been useless. But Dyatlov didn't care. All he wanted to do was report a completed test. Yevchenko, the mechanical engineer, is in his office. Perevozchenko, high above the 1,000-ton steel reactor cover.
Oh no.
Wow, 1,000 pounds.
None of them had been told about the test.
Whoa.
None of them know what is about to happen. Dr. North sees a report.
1 minute and 15
Based on
seconds.
the computer is recommending that the reactor be shut down.
Please. Oh, what am I hoping for? It's already happened.
Alright, comrades, another few minutes, it'll all be over.
It'll all be over. Your life.
Generator rotor beginning rundown.
1:23 and 4 seconds. The pumps are shut down and they've let go. The pumps stop moving water through the reactor.
Oh no.
Inside the core, the remaining water is quickly converting to steam. A void is being created. There is no fresh water to replace it. The remaining xenon decays away.
And now no
The
brakes.
power is rising. There's nothing left to stop it.
Oh shit.
We have a power surge, Sasha.
And now the rods have a graphite tip. They're gonna panic and put the graphite.
Every
Really?
control room of every nuclear reactor in the world, there's a button for instantly shut down the reaction. Soviet reactors, that button is called AZ5.
Knew
Once the reaction is stopped, dead.
But
Tell the truth.
What are you waiting for, the garçon? Tell your lies.
Will.
I haven't finished. I still have more evidence to give.
It's not necessary.
Court is now adjourned.
Let him finish, goddammit.
Let him finish.
He has power. He has a lot of power.
Tell the truth.
About the graphite tip. The criminal...
Dyatlov broke every rule we have. He pushed a reactor to the brink of destruction.
He did these things believing there was a failsafe in the circumstances he created.
There wasn't.
There wasn't. The shutdown system had a fatal flaw.
Knew it.
These rods are made of boron, which reduces reactivity, but not the tips. The tips are made of graphite, which accelerates reactivity.
Why?
Yeah, why? Why was it created like that?
We don't use properly enriched fuel in our cores. The same reason graphite moderated reactors had a positive void coefficient. It's cheaper.
Whoa, you just crossed the line right there.
The reaction in the core, which had been rising,
Skyrockets.
Every last molecule of water converts to steam. The graphite tips are fixed in position. Chernobyl reactor 4 is now a nuclear bomb. Vurbose looks down on the enormous steel lid of the reactor, perhaps which each weigh 350 kilograms, are jumping up and down. Steam blows more fuel channels apart. Reactor 4, designed 3,200 megawatts, went beyond 33,000.
Whoa!
123.45, explosion. Throwing off the reactor, oxygen rushes. Revised the chain of disaster is now complete.
Exploded reactor core. Beautiful explanation. Beautiful but horrifying. So it wasn't all his fault, it was the graphite tips that really flipped. Did the last step wrong.
Wrong? This safe option
Wasn't safe.
wasn't safe.
No one in the room that night knew the shutdown button as a detonator.
No one.
They didn't know it.
Testimony in Vienna was a lie.
Oh!
I lied to the world. The KGB from the Central Committee, and right now there are 16 reactors in the Soviet Union with the same fatal flaw. 3 of them are still running, less than 20 kilometers away at Chernobyl. Dangerous ground right now, because of our secrets and our lies. They're practically what define us.
Excellent.
We lie and lie until we can no longer remember it is even there, but it is still there.
An RBMK reactor core explodes.
And thanks to these
Lies.
Damn. He put himself on the chopping block, but he told the truth and prevented bigger disasters. Nobody has anything to say anymore.
everyone feels the seriousness and the critical of the moment, defining moment.
He said the truth and he incriminated himself, and there's nothing more to be said. There's no excuses. There's no.
State.
You are treading on dangerous ground.
Prison.
What is that? Military prison? Some type of prison? Wow! Immediately? Like, maybe his testimony is gonna save and help fix all those reactors. He would live 15 years to when he is congratulated for being a hero, but he's not gonna live that far. What on earth have you done?
KGB.
Do you know your father did that?
Yes.
Communist youth, correct?
Communist.
You already know.
Answer the question.
Yes.
You already know. Answer that question.
You were the Communist Party secretary. In that position, you limited the promotion of Jewish scientists.
Limited the promotion.
And he was already corrupted.
I can do anything I want with you. But what I want the most is for you to know that I know. You're not brave.
Oh.
You're not heroic. You're just a dying man who forgot himself.
I know who I am.
Scientists. And your idiot obsession with reasons. When the bullet hits your skull, what will it matter? Why?
Scientist.
And for what? Your testimony today will not be accepted by the state. It will not be disseminated in the press. Never happen.
Wow, that's
You
brutal.
keep your title and your office, no duties, no authority, no friend.
He's the scapegoat.
No one will listen to you. Your legacy is now their legacy. You'll live long enough to see that. What role did Shubina play in this?
He didn't know what I was going to say.
What role did Khomyuk play in this? It would be curious if you chose this moment to lie. You will not meet or communicate with either one of them ever again. You will not communicate with anyone about Chernobyl ever again. You will remain so immaterial to the world around you that when you finally do die...
Damn.
If I refuse,
why worry about something that isn't going to happen?
This guy is cold as ice.
He breaks him and make revenge of him without, just like, he will never talk to them again.
Wow, that is...
Never talk to any one of them. Will be immaterial. When you die, you will...
Exceedingly hard to know that you ever lived at all. They crucified him.
But he saved.
He's gonna live 4 years of loneliness.
To be a scientist is to be naive. We're so focused on our search for truth, we fail to consider how few actually want us to find it. Doesn't care about our governments, our ideologies, our religions. But I once would fear the cost of truth. Now I only ask,
What is the cost of lies?
what is the cost of lies?
The first and last sentence of the show.
Oh no!
Valery Legat took his own life at the age of 51.
Yes,
Exactly 2 years
truly.
after the explosion. It's the real
2
Legat.
years exactly. He's a real guy. Allahu Akbar.
His suicide made it impossible for them to be ignored. So it took a suicide for people to
After
know.
massive
They were fixed, retrofitted with the boron instead of the graphite.
He was not alone, it was a team.
Oh.
He created the character.
Ulana instead of all of them. Boris Sherbina died. This is Boris Sherbina. Oh, look! The roles in the 10 years of hard labor. That's the Accolon. He even looks more evil.
And I told you that love
Died from radiation illness in 1995. He stayed dead.
The firefighters told him.
It is dangerous and radioactive to this day. Daughter Ludmila suffered multiple strokes. Doctor told her she would never be able to bear a child. So she was real. She lives with her son in Kiev. For the people who watched from the railway bridge, it has been reported that none of them survived. Remember?
None.
Remember when they were
Bridge of death.
Remember the 3 divers? Ananenko and Bespalov and Baranov. All 3 survived.
All 5.
2 are still alive today. Okay. The contamination in Ukraine, Belarus, known as the exclusion zone, ultimately encompassed. This is the guy that was cold as ice, huh? In the Union. Cancer rates across Ukraine and Belarus. The highest increases among children. But we imagine it's 4,000 to 93,000. So 4,000 at the minimum. They still say it's 31.
What is this series? Wow, what is the value of artistic content to reflect and make compassion and make the difference between truth and lies and how you face problems and the cost of human lives and the character and attitude of the politics of the Soviet Union and
upholding the lie,
people itself and their suffer and
it was
Logasov and whoa.
There was no better way to portray the disaster of Chernobyl.
And actually,
from a filmmaking standpoint,
for me, the character of Logasov, he didn't only satisfied when he all did truth, and he left 1 year or so after alone. After 2 years exactly, he chose the time to commit suicide. He's well known in the doctor and scientist. His testimony they were heard and they know it. So when they did it, the public opinion shake the ground. So they have to
investigate and look at it.
So his death is his hero in his life. And his hero in his death. Wow.
Yeah, his death is what reverberated the message.
Yes.
Man.
It's a very, very, very good series.
Yeah, it's a nice
everyone
journey.
should see. And actually, I told all my friends and.
You told them? Well, that's why I think it's your new favorite show.
It's deep. It's true. It's about human life.
Everything was perfect. Yeah,
it's not like someone jumping and killing and facing.
And I love the character arc of Sherbina, who just he went from a bureaucrat that just wants to say everything is fine to sacrificing his own life and his own reputation to fix the situation the best he can. And the message
after
Legasov told
he
him.
doesn't feel he did anything, and he gave him
Amazing person.
amazing serious. And just the idea, there was 11 scientists, actually, not one girl moving.
Oh, yeah. Instead of one, they summarized all of these scientists
into one character to
make it easier.
For us to follow and so on.
It was really a great choice, actually.
Yeah,
it was a
Emily
great
Watson,
choice.
Yeah.
You know her name?
Yeah.
Watson?
Yeah, Emily Watson, yeah.
I believe Emily Watson is the girl from Harry Potter.
It is Emily Watson, I saw.
Or Emma Watson. Okay, Emily Watson. I don't know. Anyways, guys,
rather diverse.
The Chernobyl has come to an end.
Yes, we have no.
See you in maybe another show or another movie.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.